Hi guys, I am preparing to fix dinner for tonight for the kids. The daughter wanted spaghetti, so I'm going to show you guys how I make my spaghetti sauce. Every one of us has our way of making our spaghetti sauce, so I'm just showing my way of making it. So what I got, the tomato paste, the sauce itself, and my meat, ground beef. I got my garlic and diced onions. My pan has been heated and a little bit of olive oil in there. So I'm going to cook those down first. Okay. Before I eat my ground meat in there. I'm going to open the can while that is cooking. I'll be back. Again, this is my way of making the sauce. Nothing hard. I'm sure every one of us has our basic ingredients, which is the tomato sauce and the meat. But it will be a little twist with the loud ingredients included. Now I'm just gonna get the garlic and onions brown up a little bit before I add the meat. Here it looks like, guys. Let me cook that down and I'll be back. Alright guys, the garlic and onion has been cooked a little while now. As you can see, it's starting to brown up. I will go ahead and add my meat in there. Go in the meat. Oh, see that? All the meat goes in. Just like that. Meat is cooking. I don't think you can see it, but it is cooking. Let it cook for a little while and then we will adjust everything else. Let's turn this way. I don't know if you guys can see it. Only if I could get it to be this way. Give me a sec, guys. I am trying to work where you can see the meat cooking. Okay. Let's see if I could do this. Okay. That's better. Okay. Very simple sauce for me. I'm sure every one of us know how to make spaghetti sauce. This is just my way of making. I'm turning the heat up to cook the meat faster. Okay. Normally my daughter doesn't ask for spaghetti, but I don't guess she's tired of other pasta dishes. The kids are into pasta. Either ravioli, Alfredos. Spaghetti is something that they haven't asked for a while. She normally don't like them as much, but I guess she's kind of sick with the other stuff. So what I'm gonna have for tonight for their dinner is spaghetti, and I bought some garlic bread knot. I'll cook that for them. Simple dish for them as well tonight. And my husband's having his leftover, the shrimp salad that I made yesterday. He didn't finish it, so I told him, you know, either you could have that again or you could have a clean food, which is boiled chicken breast and vegetables, of course. The man would do anything to not have the clean food. So we went ahead and he's gonna go ahead and finish the shrimp salad tonight again with his steamed rice and the tom yum goong, the seafood soup. Now he's still got a bunch of that left. Okay, the meat is brown. I will go ahead and add my my tomato sauce. Okay, let's put the whole jar. Now turn up my heat. Let's see if I turn on the light, it might help, guys. I'm trying to avoid the light because I don't want it to be too bright. And then you get so much light glaring all over the place. I don't know how to adjust my camera yet. I am still learning. So my video is a lot of mess going on. It's not great, but I tried. Cooking is one of my the things I enjoy doing, and it's a good way of recording and storing my dishes. Maybe one day my kids will want to watch it. I mean, none of my kids know how to work themselves around kitchen, so I'm sure one day they might want to look at mom's videos and say, "Ooh, this is what my mom used to make. I kind of want this." So you know, they could try to make themselves when mommy's not around, right? So I thought that was reasons I wanted to have a YouTube video and record some of my cooking is for, you know, one day the kids might look back and kind of go through what mommy made and what's their favorite, and if something they want to try cooking themselves. And here's the tomato paste. Now I use the two different types because the red paste will give me the nice dark color, you know, tomato sauce color. If it's just this one, I don't like that color. See that, guys? It's like a plain, boring tomato color. With this paste, it will give me rich red color. I'm going to turn it down. I don't want the squirt all over me. Give me a second. I need to wash my hands. Okay, guys, there's still some left in there. I'm gonna go and put some water and kind of wash it. Get all the goodness out of it. You don't want to leave anything in there, right? I'm gonna just kind of wash the can to get the other. That's good enough. Now with all my soup or any dishes that has lots of, you know, liquid in there, I like to cook mine down in a slow simmer. Once it's, you know, kind of cook long enough where you remove all the buildup, then I do like to cook mine in low heat and let it cook and take its time, because that's what makes the broth rich in flavor. I don't like to make a soup that takes less than 30 minutes to make the base, you know, which is the broth, and then put your other stuff in. I like to have a rich broth or rich soup. So I would cook my soup or the broth, oh, it just depends. Sometimes it's like mine is the minimal of 3 hours. I mean, if I don't have any rush, I'm not going anywhere, and there's no need to have it now, I just kind of like take my time on it. Okay guys, see how thick it is? And if I continue to cook this way in this, you know, this small amount of juice in here, it's probably gonna dry up my tomato soup, my sauce that is. So I'm gonna add a little bit of water to kind of dilute it a little bit, so that way I could simmer it long. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna add the whole cup. I had a full cup. I'm gonna go ahead and add the whole 1 cup, 1 glass of water in there. Give it time to cook. As far as flavor-wise, I will adjust after it's been cooking for a little while. I don't want it to fix it now. Maybe in about a good hour or so in a simmer, I will come and fix the sauce. That's just a way of me saving on seasoning, because sometimes I have lots of broth, you know, and then I season it. Of course, I mean, there's so much. I would have to add a lot of seasoning to my soup in order to make it taste good. So what I normally do is just wait it out, let the water level drops down to the amount that I want, and that's when I add my seasoning, and then kind of continue to cook maybe an hour or so before I finish it up. Alright guys, you have an idea. This is how my tomato sauce looks like. Now I'm going to cook this in simmer. I'm going to put a lid over it and just let it cook. You know, I'm not going to come and do much with it. Let me get my lid. Lid. Now I'm going to cover that. I will turn down the heat to medium for now, and if it starts to boil hard, I will turn, you know, bubbly start coming down hard, I will lower the heat down to the point where it's just slowly cooking it, and that's what makes my tomato sauce taste good, because I take time with the cooking of it. All right, thanks guys. I will be back when the sauce is ready to be seasoned. Hello guys, I am back. The tomato sauce has been cooking about close to an hour. Let's look at it. Whoa! Look how pretty the color is, guys. It's been cooking in simmer for close to an hour, not full hours. I'm leaving shortly to pick up my kids, so I will go ahead and put my seasoning and let it cook for a little bit, and I'll continue to cook them when I get back home. What do I put in my spaghetti tomato sauce? Of course, the chicken broth mix, and I need to have this fish sauce. Somehow the fish sauce with the tomato sauce, it goes perfectly well together. It gives it that really nice, rich taste. You know, my kids doesn't know I add these in every time I make them. They always tell Mommy, Mommy, your sauce is so good. But of course, if I tell them this is what Mommy put on, they'll be like, huh? You use Lao ingredients in American dish? I'm like, well, whatever, it tastes good, right guys? So that's my little twist into my, you know, cooking. Let's go ahead. First I'm going to try the sauce. I tasted earlier, it's pretty plain to me. It has that sourness flavor from the tomato, of course. But other than that, it's really bland. I mean, it doesn't have any other taste to me, like nice flavor going. So of course, I am going to fix it. Let me turn my shell down. Okay. See, it's plain. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put like half a tablespoon for now of the chicken broth powder, and I am putting 1 tablespoon of the fish sauce. Go in there, mix that up, mix it up, mix it up. Ooh, twirl it, twirl it. Now you don't really smell that much fish sauce in there once it's all done. I just like a little kick in the flavors. It gives it a little bit more flavor to the sauce. I don't like just the tomato sauce, you know, when you taste the spaghetti, all you have is just a taste of tomato. And there's little minimal flavors that goes with it. So I adjust mine. Let me... Not there yet, guys. I need a little bit more. So I'm gonna add 1 more teaspoon of my fish sauce. Go in there. Okay. Now I won't make the flavor too flavorful, but just enough, you know, gives you a little more taste to your spaghetti. Let's give it. It's still plain to me, guys. So I'm gonna add a little bit more of my chicken powder. I'm gonna put another half a tablespoon in there, and I'll let that cook. If your sauce doesn't taste good, I mean, you can make a good spaghetti, right? The sauce is very important to me. It has to be tasteful. Okay, let's give it a last taste, and I will continue to let that cook and simmer. I'm gonna give it a tab. Okay. Yeah, the flavors coming together. I think if I continue to let it cook and simmer for a little bit longer, all the seasoning that I put will intensify, and you know, I think it will continue to be good. Like the flavor will get more better. We'll just let it cook, and I will come back and show you guys, you know, when I cook for the kids. I think as far as seasoning goes, I'm gonna stop with that. So I had half a tablespoon of chicken broth and 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. Now that's not much. You can't really smell any of those in the sauce. It's still, the smell is it's still tomato. You know, you smell more of that than anything else. You don't get that fishy smell at all. But the fish sauce just give it a little kick in flavor. All right, guys. Thank you, and I shall return when I cook the dish for the kids tonight. Hi, guys. Just want to come and show you guys what my spaghetti sauce looks like after it's been simmer for an hour after I season it. I am finished with it. This is how it looks like. Very rich sauce with lots of flavors. I had to add a little bit of sugar in there, maybe like about half a tablespoon because it was kind of getting a little sour and, you know, from the tomato sauce, and I didn't like that. So I went ahead and add a little bit of sugar in there to kind of balance the sourness. Okay, well, I'll set that aside and get the spaghetti cooking. The kid is ready for their dinner. Let me check on my garlic knot. It is ready.
Oh, yummy! It looks so
Yummy.
good.
These are store bought. All I had to do was warm it up. They smell delicious. This is the kids' favorite garlic knot.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Ooh! I don't know you guys can see it, but anyway. Very simple dish tonight. So what I'm gonna do is warm up my pan. And I'm gonna scoop the tomato sauce into the saucepan, the amount that I will cook for them. Now here's the spaghetti that I cook. Nothing hard. I just pretty much cook that, and I like the spaghetti a little bit on the soft end, so I cook it longer on the spaghetti strand. Okay, that's it out. Pour my sauce over. Okay. Let's go on. Now this is what I'm making for the kids. This is gonna be their dinner. Okay. And of course we got the garlic knot to go with it. Super delicious. Okay. My pot. Ah! I dropped my chopstick. Let me get me a new one. Okay, guys. Now let's put the noodle in. Noodle in.
The guys are 6 people.
Yep.
Hey guys.
Put your noodle. Can you see? You have to bend low down more. It's down. I had to tilt the phone so that you guys could see what I'm cooking. Okay, I'm gonna turn my heat down. I think a little bit more. I think that would be it for them. Okay, I'm gonna mix that up with the sauce. Get all the sauce mixing. Now this is how I like to cook their spaghetti. I don't like to pour the sauce over because I feel it doesn't absorb this. The spaghetti doesn't absorb the sauce good enough. So I like to cook them in a pan and then, you know, put them in a plate for them. You know. Okay, I think it needs a little bit more of the sauce. Very simple dish. Hey, don't do that, buddy. Yeah. Can you grab mommy a plate, Abby? 2 plates, please. Mix that in. Thank you, baby. Leave it alone, please. Okay. Let it cook for a little bit. And did you hear what Mama said? I'm gonna taste it and see how it tastes like before I turn the heat off. Really good. I still need some more sauce. because I like mine. I like theirs to be soaking sauce. Okay. Now I'm gonna sprinkle the cheese, Parmesan cheese, last topping. Parmesan, spread that on, spread it on. Okay. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up, mix it up, and I am done. I'm going to turn off the heat and plate them.
There's a price tag on it.
I just love to taste the flavor. Okay. Plate this.
Oh yeah, they did design it with no price tag. Yeah. But there's one, but it has it on the, oh, I have a price tag on my face. I like pancakes! Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that goes into the
Pancakes. Yeah, yeah,
plate.
yeah. I like pancakes. I like pancakes. I still like pancakes.
A little bit more. I'm going to put some of the, let's put some of the sauce.
You'll be done, Mama?
Yeah, I'll be done.
Yummy, yummy. Can I have some? Give me some, please.
You'll get some.
Yay, I thought you were going to give it to Oi and our dog. I'm just kidding, you don't have a dog.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
wish.
here's our spaghetti.
I wish we had corgi, Todd the corgi.
And I'm going to give them one garlic knot for now. That's going to be his dinner.
Oh,
Go,
yeah.
buddy.
I'm probably going to eat all this before this.
I'm going to plate my daughter. One at a time first, baby.
2.
One at a time. You're not listening to mommy, aren't you?
Oops. Okay.
Okay. I don't want you to work on too much of the bread.
I probably will.
I know, but we could always get later. Let's finish what we have first. Oh, Daddy is home early. I know, I'm glad we got Valentine's taken care of for Daddy. Because he is home, guys. Almost ruined the surprise. Here you go, guys. This is my daughter.
When you open the garage, you're like,
And he's probably going to work on the garlic knot.
yep, Daddy will. Because he doesn't like your healthy food.
Alright, guys. This is it. Simple dinner for the kids. Alright, see ya. Hi, Edward. Are you going to give us a review on your dish tonight?
Remember the first video?
Yeah, don't choke on it, please.
I'm about to.
Because that was one of the dishes. Can you sit up?
Worst memory ever. I choked in this last time.
You sit up, look. Taste the spaghetti. Give us a review on it. How is the sauce? Okay.
Mama.
Well, taste it first. I'd like for you to taste and give a review. Scoop more than that. That's a little bit.
The noodles, no. The sauce? Only the sauce tastes good.
The noodle doesn't taste good?
No. Are you crazy? Yes, I am. Crazy?
We're waiting on the sister to come and eat her dish.
I am making slime for my friends right now.
And my friend.
Yes. I'm have to make her.
Can you taste a little bit and then go back to it? All you have to do is just use your fork. You don't have to touch it with your hands.
My hands are dirty.
And I'm gonna show you a review on the garlic knot. The garlic knots taste good.
Well, of course the garlic knot is store-bought. You guys love that stuff. They are so buttery.
Oh, so good.
Okay.
Okay, get your hair out of your face. Now we're gonna have the sister who requested it taste. Close to you, baby. It's gonna spill.
Mmm. Oh yeah.
Awesome. You give it 1 to 5. What do you give it?
10.
Ooh. Okay. Alrighty then. Pass. Bye, guys.